I saw the news of Asake yesterday. It is all over social media. He is of Yoruba origin. He is a Nigerian musician. And the news was that he abandoned his father. His father actually gave an interview yesterday where he was soliciting for help from well-meaning Nigerians. He said he has a stroke, and according to reports, they said he is also homeless, that Asake has not been taking care of the father. Asake sang this popular song called Wọ́n ti gé Asake létí lọ Ogogoro no be vodka and all that. He is very, very popular and very, very rich as well. Report has it that he is only taking care of the mother, and then he abandoned his father who took care of him when he was growing up, when the mother abandoned him when he was 3 years old. We don't know how far that is true. The only person who can shed more light to this latest development is Asake himself, who is at the center of the whole thing. I understand that the mother is living in affluence while the father is living in abject poverty. But later on, I saw a write-up attributed to Asake. Asake is now saying that the father abandoned him, that it was only the mother who took care of him, who made sure he had everything, and it is due to his mother that he is what he is today. That when the mother was pregnant of him, the father had actually told the mother to abort the pregnancy because he is ashamed of the mother, because the mother wasn't educated while the father was very much educated. And before Asake even came up to speak, I knew that the father must have abandoned Asake, because there's no way a father will stand by the child or train up the child, and the child at the end of the day will become something in life and then he will abandon the father. It does not work that way. I knew that something must be wrong somewhere. Now, I am saying this out of experience. I used to be a teacher before now, and I witnessed a lot of fathers who actually abandoned their children. They were never there for their children. If you don't take care of your children, do not expect your children to take care of you. And then funny enough, in most cases, it is these abandoned children that always shine at the end of the day. They are the ones that always rise in the family. And when they become rich and popular, the same father who abandoned them will now come forward to begin to want to associate with that child. For Asake to have abandoned him, it means that he was not there for Asake when Asake was growing up. He never played his role as a father. He was an absent father. He never really took care of Asake, because there's no way he would have taken care of Asake that Asake will grow up, become rich, and abandon his own father. Now, Asake's father is saying that he saw Asake last in 2022, and then there's this receipt circulating online that Asake sent him 700,000. That was like 2 years ago, and that was when he saw Asake last. That Asake has not been responding to his calls, and I'm beginning to wonder, does it mean that this man does not have other children apart from Asake? Where are his other children? When things didn't work out between him and Asake's mother, did he not remarry? Did he remain single? And for him coming online to solicit for help, that means that he must be going through a lot. Now Asake is all grown, he has made money, he is a great musician. The father that abandoned him when he needed him most, the father has now come back to begin to beg Asake to please assist him and help him, telling the whole world that Asake is his son. Now, I just want to appeal to fathers. Please, fathers, do not abandon your children. This happens a lot with men. I'm not saying that women too do not abandon their children. We have great fathers who single-handedly raise their children. Likewise, we have a lot of single mothers who single-handedly raise their children. But in most cases, we have more of men who abandon their children at their formative years, at their teenage years. The fathers are nowhere to be found. Now, all I'm saying that if the marriage does not work, because marriage shouldn't be a do or die affair. If the marriage is not working, it is not working. You cannot force it. Instead of remaining in that marriage and then get deleted by your spouse, by your partner, why not leave? live to live, but while living, do not forget your children. If it is the man who has the custody of the children, woman, please do not abandon your children. Do not go off to remarry and then you forget about your children from your previous marriage. And if it is the woman also who has the custody of the children, man, do not abandon your children and go off and remarry to another woman while neglecting your children from the previous marriage. It is vice versa. Please, let us always try to be there for our children, because whether you like it or not, we will still need our children when we are growing older, because this is how it is in our African culture. It is not like in the advanced countries where parents don't usually depend on their children to take care of them at their old age. These advanced countries already have plans on how the elderly ones should be taken care of. There are facilities like old people's home, nursing homes, where these elderly ones can remain and be taken care of for the rest of their lives. But that is not the case in Africa. We still live a communal life in Africa. And so when our parents are getting old and they can no longer walk, most parents depend on their children to take care of them, except the very, very rich ones. But I kid you not, if you don't take care of your children, don't expect these children to come and take care of you at your old age. They are not going to be there, just like you were not there for them. It takes a lot of grace for a child that was abandoned when he needed the father or the mother most to come back when he or she has made it to begin to take care of you at your old age. Because of my teaching, you will see fathers who will abandon their children and they will never look back. And the mothers, you see them struggling to take care of these children. They will do school runs, they pay the school fees. When these children are chased out of school for non-payment of the school fees, you see the mothers coming to school begging, rallying around to make sure that these children's school fees are paid, and the fathers are nowhere to be found. And tomorrow when these children become something in life, you see the fathers coming back to begin to be a part of the child's life. And so parents, don't ever abandon your children. No matter whatever happened between the father and the mother, please, you should always come together to take care of your children. You might not be a good husband, but you can be a good father. You might not be a good wife, but you can be a good mother to your children. I just pray Asake finds a place in his heart to forgive the father and take care of the father, because if this man should die today, I'm not sure Asake is going to forgive himself for not taking care of the father. Despite the fact that your father abandoned you, according to you, you still made it in life. The more reason why you should overlook whatever you must have done and take care of him. I know it's not going to be easy, but just do it and move on. If we can render help to people that we do not know, how much more our own blood. And so guys, what do you think? Do you think Asake should forgive the father and take care of the father now that the father is homeless and has a stroke? Or do you think Asake should not forgive the father and help the father? Let me know what you think in the comment section.